Hey, this is Sean Perry, the writer, director, editor, VFX guy, producer, and a whole bunch of other things for the film Alive and Unburied. I've done a couple of these commentaries before. I think the goal is to be pretty casual about the whole thing, kind of just discuss what we went through and how much fun we had or how miserable it was, and just kind of talk about the filmmaking process and hopefully share a couple cool little things that were involved while making the film. I have quite the potty mouth, so if there's any children watching this, I apologize in advance. Please don't talk like this. But yeah, just me in my bedroom hanging out in my sweatpants. So let's dive through the film Alive and Unburied. The opening crane shot with the help of Brad Lundeen. He really helped save us there. I think he was on set because this is the first shot that we did the entire night, and he had to be there for the last shot, for the final crane shot. So he was on set for like 8 hours. You know, poor guy, but you know, just fell asleep in his car like the trooper. So yeah, thanks again, Brad, for that. It looks beautiful.
It's so fucked up, dude. Only thing more fucked up than that.
This whole night was just a catastrophe. I mean, it took so damn long to set up lights and to block off the street, and of course the fucking West Side was right there, so all these drunk assholes came out like, oh, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Making a movie? Yeah, we're making a fucking movie. Look at the goddamn cameras. Leave us alone. So sound was a fucking mess. We had the ADR, everything you see right here. That's why it's kind of, if you look closely, the words are a little bit off from the sound. The mouths move a little differently compared to the sound. That's because we had to redo all this audio in post-production, which was a pain in the ass. But I think it sounds pretty good. I mean, it takes just a big dick to point it out that, hey, look, that they don't match up. But yeah, it works out quite well.
I guess if Lois still wants to.
Dude, you know she probably wants to go check out the new quarterback. Yo, fuck the game, dudes.
We're driving our cinematographer's truck down Oak Street, down that hill, as our dolly.
Guys, almost as stupid as that. Toss them.
And yes, they are underage kids in high school drinking beer. Not exactly the best thing for our protagonist to be doing in the opening scene, but whatever. Shows character. And this is not an undercover cop car. That is the scientist car. Got a couple questions saying, oh, that's the cop, it's the cops. No, it's not. They just say it. They think it's the cops, but in actuality, it's just the scientist. It's all fucked up.
Oh, just another creepy old guy.
Is everything alright?
And this is the point where I finally stole the camera from our cinematographer because production is moving too slow. They did such great work, but they moved quite slowly, so we had to pick up the pace, so I just kind of stole the camera.
This guy is I never thought it would come to this.
Before we went on set, we sat down with John Zimmerman and actually showed him the footage of Oppenheimer giving his interview about, you know, the first explosion of the first atomic bomb. And you can just see the lifelessness in his face, and I think he did quite well nailing exactly the look we were going for. Just the look of despair and hopelessness, and yeah, shit's about to happen.
Now I've become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, alright, dude. You're really starting to freak me the fuck out.
Just wonderful makeup right there by Krista and Jesse. They showed up late that first night, but yeah, they just nailed that look. They did a great job. Those are actually just grapes attached to his face. That's a real train right there. Also a real train.
Man of science.
Luckily, it went through right when we were filming. We missed it the first time, but the second time it came through about 10:30, we got it. Stunt driving by Shane Cook. That's the favorite part of the whole process. See, I did this shot that way because it kind of takes away the look from the exploding train, which makes it easier for me to do all these effects right here, you see. And that right there took me about 2 weeks to do. If you look right there, you can see Chris Wilson sleeping in his lawn chair. And if you look over there, you can see some of the cast hanging out. We came flying in reverse at these guys. We had Shane go in reverse as fast as he possibly could while I'm holding the cinematographer's camera, whom I just met. And yeah, I can't believe you let us do that, but it turned out for a pretty nice shot, I think. Some of that is from a hydro seeder, which just sprays water at a constant rate, and half of it is composited effects consisting of fog and water. We were on set. This whole night was just, like I said, a fucking mess. We got on set at 8 p.m. and I didn't leave set till about 5 a.m. It was a long night, and it's just, what, 2 minutes long? 3 minutes long? It's a long time to be there for 3 minutes, you know. We're operating this crane at like 4 in the morning. Thanks to the people of Oak Street that let us kind of do our thing and left us alone. I really appreciate that. And it made for a pretty good opening scene, I think. Here's my bedroom. We shot, it looks like it's about 9 a.m., but we shot this at like 6 p.m. Luckily, our cinematographer knows what he's doing.
Yo.
Hey, Slacker. Too afraid of Coach and Brogno to come to school today, huh?
Hey, Chica. Long night.
So, did you hear about the train crash?
If you pause it right there, you can see my room, and you can see how we decorated it. We kind of foreshadowed the deer a little bit. If you look to the bottom left, you can see my notes on the story for Live and Unburied.
No. What train crash?
Apparently, one of those Muslim terrorists freaked out and blew up a train on Oak Street. I don't know if it's true, but it's what I heard.
Really? Was everyone alright?
I'm not sure. The cops won't say a thing. But actually, Jesse told me that his dad got real sick after cleaning it up.
Wonder why?
I have to get back to class. You weren't here today, so I wanted to make sure you weren't sick like everyone else.
Huh?
Yeah, a lot of people in school are sick today for some reason. They're all coughing and sneezing and puking. It's pretty disgusting. So I guess I'd be glad you skipped.
Miss Ekstrom.
And here's Jill Stewart's voice as the teacher.
See you at the game.
You really going?
His room's supposed to show how much of a clean-cut guy he is. Pretty straightforward and well-maintained. And then we have the exact polar opposite, his friend, played by Matthew Sicker. If you look right there, it's kind of funny. You can see he has, 19 cigarette packs right there. And also, if you look closely, an electronic cigarette pack, which I thought was pretty hilarious.
What's up, bitch?
It's been said a couple times before, Matt Sicker just stole this show. I mean, he nailed the acting, and just his character is such a fun character to begin with.
Wait a second, I'll three-way Kev.
Playing a video game, wearing a sombrero, butt-ass naked, smoking a cigarette. I mean, that's a pretty cool guy in my book.
Oh, shit!
No, dude. Lois just said a bunch of people at school were sick today.
Music for this part provided by Scum of the Earth and Jamie Garvey, which they've done music for a couple of my movies already.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's probably from her kissing everybody at the school and giving them all mono. And yeah, he said he's gonna skip.
It's not fucking mono, dude. And why isn't he answering?
That right there is my phone, which got totally fucked up after that. My screen was just soaked in blood afterwards, and my phone didn't work too well afterwards, but I don't think anybody else would have used their phone, so I just had to bite the bullet and use mine.
Kevin, new message.
Shit, Drew. We have to go over there.
Well, dude, I'm kind of in the middle of something. Balls!
Put the fucking controller down, and I'll see you in 10.
Fuck. Better be important. You just got me infected.
And there's the infamous Matt Sicker butt. Can't beat it. And that was all him, by the way, not me. That was all his idea. I completely agreed. I thought it was hilarious, but that was his idea. The hallways of the Kane High School. Notice that 90% of the students are either football players or cheerleaders. Kind of a weird high school. Pause right there. People say that I didn't make an appearance in the movie, but if you look to the far left, right there, you can see that I did make an appearance. I wasn't supposed to be there, but there I am. That's actually my mother's chemistry room. She's a chemistry teacher, and that is her room. Luckily, she let us kind of do our thing and just invade her space. And why these kids still come to school with blisters covering their faces? Good question. I don't know. It's supposed to be a rapidly progressing virus, so just go with it. There's my sister, actually. She didn't have an option. She had to do this. Great makeup done by Krista Montgomery. I actually got this idea from a friend of mine. We were camping and his nail fell off. Well, it was about to fall off, and he had us rip it off, and literally nobody could watch it, including me. We all had to turn our faces. We couldn't watch it because it's just so disgusting. So I figured, hey, if I can't watch it, I'm sure 90% of the other people on the earth can't watch it either. So let's put it in a movie. And here we are at Beans and Michelle's house, two good friends of mine. And thank God they let us do this because I don't know where else we would have done it. We found an old carpet and just soaked it in blood. If you look right there, you can see the mask of Hachinando from Big Rock Butchering, a classic Sean Perry Productions film.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not going.
We threw a light outside, poured it inside, and just filled that room with fog, and it really makes for a good effect.
Seriously? Yeah. Dude's probably high on fucking bath salts, man.
Kev, you alright?
Yeah, looks like it.
Got to thank the whole makeup team for this section. I mean, the makeup just looks spectacular. They spent hours on poor Dylan. He had to sit in the chair and just get makeup upon makeup upon makeup poured on him. He did such a great job as an infected human being. I mean, the look and everything about him, the moans, the grunts, he just did a great job.
Alright, fuck this.
It's a fake bat right there, but it took a lot of practice to get Matthew to hit him in the head properly. Obviously, the blood was done in post-production. This is my old high school locker room. And there he is, Don Blair Jr., the best actor in 5 states. See, that's a big problem of mine is when I edit these films, I sit there and watch them probably 100 times, so I get so sick of watching it. But as of now, I haven't watched it in a while, so it's kind of cool to go back and see what went through and see the faces again. So I can kind of give you my honest opinion now, I guess.
Let's get fucking ready! Get in here! Let's go! Ready?
The infamous puke scene, that was just all pretty much potato soup. It was potato soup and an air compressor, and I'm pretty sure that locker room still smells like potato soup.
What the fuck off, Kevin?
That is the actual Kane police station. Thank you very much, Brian Hilliard.
So why in the hell did he crash the train in the first place?
This scene was actually shot in the chemistry supply closet of my mom's room.
I've been trying to stop the delivery and prevent its further usage.
So this guy's some brilliant scientist, and this is the best fucking plan he could come up with.
Was anyone exposed?
Some, yes.
Oh my God, Lieutenant, you have to quarantine every exposed individual immediately until I arrive.
For something that's supposed to stop a brain tumor?
I said that was the purpose, not—
I tried my best to stay away from the scientific malarkey. I mean, I don't really think people like to hear that stuff, but I wanted to show that these doctors and scientists were trying to benefit humanity and not really destroy it. Here it is, the effects extravaganza. That right there is a grape.
Repulsive rashes, loss of hair.
Oh, that's my favorite effect right there. The skin pulling off from the tape. It just looks perfect.
Extreme desquamation.
Normal words, Dr. Ramey.
The removal of the skin.
Oh, that is.
And eventually the urine for blood plasma and collagen to satiate the virus.
Flesh and blood?
You must somehow quarantine the entire town, roadblocks on every street, and prevent any large gatherings until my arrival.
Once again, foreshadowing the deer.
Hope you still got that speed, Danny boy.
Booyah!
And here it is, the night football game. We expected a lot more people to come. Not nearly as many people came as we wanted, but we still had enough to shoot it. And I got a couple comments saying, I didn't expect you to shoot it that way. Why didn't you go wide? And the fact of the matter is, we had to shoot these people as tight as possible because there weren't as many people to fill the bleachers as we hoped for. So by shooting it tightly, we kind of exaggerated the presence of people. We were at that high school literally all day, from 8 in the morning till 2 in the morning. So it was a long day, and this is like the last thing we shot with all these people. So it kind of, I think it woke everybody up a little bit and kind of got people pumped up. And props to the makeup team for getting that many people in makeup that quickly. I mean, there's probably 60 makeups here between cheerleaders, fans, and the football players. And they did them quickly and they did it efficiently. I mean, it looks great. And it was a pain in the ass to get, that many football players in both uniforms. I mean, thanks to Todd Silfies for helping us out get the Kane uniforms. I mean, we had to get the Johnsburg uniforms too. It just worked out so well. It was a very hard decision for me to use dubstep for the music. I mean, I'm not exactly the biggest electronic music fan, but I thought that the song that I found, it just fits it so perfectly.
It looks like our wolves are trying to get into their heads early on.
When we first started out, I told the makeup team that I wanted, those practical bites like that. That was a must, and they nailed it. They did a great job. The crowd here did so well. I mean, they just listened on command, and I think they had a fun time in the process. It's a pain in the ass to try to direct that many people, but all those people that showed up were just so nice and appreciative to what we were doing. That they worked very well with us. There's the deer constructed by Jesse. When I first told him about this dead deer, I kind of figured he would just make it mostly look like roadkill, just guts everywhere. But he actually constructed a full deer to scale. It just looks so great. Props to you, Jesse. You did a great job. I had to convince the cinematographer here to ride in the front with Matt Sicker while he drove like a madman. And just look at his face. It's priceless. I think my face is also just as thrilled because I was carrying that man's camera going that fast and without any support. So thank you, Matt, for letting us use your camera in that fashion. But once again, fantastic job, makeup team. That blood is obviously added in post-production.
Not running laps for that one, dickhead.
Here it is, my favorite shot of the movie. It wasn't planned at all, but I think it's probably the best and funniest shot of the entire film. A lot of people helped us out that night with this, and just so appreciative of what they did and how they helped us out. And without their help, this wouldn't have been possible.
How can you assure me that every exposed individual attended the event?
This is actually the last shot of the movie. Right here was the last shot of the entire movie we did in the high school parking lot.
Force covering every exit out of town.
How do you know there isn't anybody else? This is a very serious matter. If even...
The scene is supposed to imply that Kevin ate through his handcuffs, was released from the jail cell, and is out on the town loose as we speak. And not only that, but he also infected one of the officers. So when they think they have everything under control, they're dead wrong. I know I say it a lot. I've said it a lot in the past, but this started off as a simple idea. Like, hey, let's make an infection movie. With the whole town going nuts before a football game. And it's easy for me to have these ideas and kind of let my mind wander, but it's impossible to do all this by myself. And I can't believe that these people even signed on to the project. I mean, Krista and Jesse, they helped out so much, and I can't believe they, first of all, even agreed to do it. Same with Matt. I mean, that guy has done some music videos for some pretty high-class rap artists. So, this whole process has just been incredible. I mean, this thing doesn't have the most unique plot of all time, and I'm aware of that, but it's a fun movie. In the end, it just makes for a fun piece of cinema. Is it the best movie ever made? Hell no. But is it a fun movie? Absolutely. It's entertaining. I think if you take it for what it is, I mean, it has our sense of humor in it, as well as great camera work and great effects. I mean, obviously, I can't afford to pay all these guys, so many of these people just helped out from the bottom of their hearts, realizing this is my dream to complete these movies, and I can't. I'm about to cry even talking about it. I mean, they all helped out so much. Making a movie, it sounds like a fun idea, but it takes a lot of fucking work. My parents, I can't thank them enough. I mean, they helped out so much. They support me. I mean, I graduated from school, got a degree in economics, and I think they pretty much assumed I was going to go work in a bank until I retired at, an old age. But, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to keep on trying to do. It's an impossible thing to describe, why I like to make movies or why I want to keep making movies, but, it's an easy question to ask, but it's an impossible question to answer. It's just what I love to do. Just something about making movies and entertaining an audience and seeing a final product of what, we all accomplished. I guess I could have done a lot easier projects, that didn't involve nearly as many people, but I really wanted to challenge myself and, the rest of the crew and cast, what we could do. And I think we did a great job of showing, what exactly a small town can accomplish when they all work together and support one another. The whole damn town of Kane has just been so supportive of what I do. And I think, now with this project, there's a little bit more money involved and professionals involved from all over the state. I think finally people take me seriously. Like, this is what this kid wants to do. Okay, I get it. It makes sense to me now. Like it says here, this movie is dedicated to the people that are no longer with us. The town has gone through a lot of suffering in the past year, losing people that should still be with us. And this goes out to you guys. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching, and expect some things in the future. I'm not giving up yet. Regardless of what happens with this movie, I'm going to keep pursuing it. It's what I'm going to do to the day I die. This is just the beginning of a long, long journey. I look forward to talking to you guys again in the future. Thank you.